hope those kids realize how incredible it is.
But just the pictures that they showed in the
Yeah.
and
Probably
he said
last
they
week.
weren't even necessarily the best ones.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I talked to Marie and John about this. I said, how did you know? He said it was raining problems
Which one was that?
in Alaska,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah, that group is supposed to be really good.
Yeah, yeah. So, so that's good. And added, I'm excited for them. They get good photos.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
You
good.
know, so it's really
Gives
cool.
us more encouragement
Yes, that's
and
right.
confidence
Yeah,
in
that's
the
right.
kids.
So, so yeah. So, next semester down and the next one to
Yeah.
go.
Yep.
Because I think this must be, I guess this is our third completed semester. And then there was the one that
Right.
we had
Right.
to
We had to,
cancel.
yeah,
Oh, I mean,
exactly.
we're not tied up to
Yeah.
it,
Right.
and we're ready to go. But
Yeah. But no, I think next year is, yeah, a much better process.
sorry.
5 0 0.
We think we have most people here.
Oh yeah, all the students are here. Yep, all the families are in. So we're gonna rock and roll.
Graduation in
Yes.
advance.
Right.
Right.
Whether they're here or not.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for being here. We will begin the ceremony momentarily with our student processional. Thank you very much. At this time, I invite Ryan Hunter to the podium.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated.
Thank you, Ryan. Jack Fallon will now provide a welcome on behalf of his peers.
All right. Good afternoon, fellow graduates, parents, faculty, and staff. Thank you for attending the 2026's 8th grade promotion ceremony. I would like to give an extra thanks to the parents, teachers, and staff. Parents, we thank you for giving us this opportunity to attend Rainey School. To our teachers, thanks for taking the extra time to help us so we can excel academically. We want to thank the staff at Rainey, including Alex, who is always willing to happily offer a fist pump and a smile in the cafeteria. Missy Copeland, principal dancer in the American Ballet, reminds us that anything is possible when you have the right people supporting you. The support system that we have at home and that has developed in our Rainey community enables us to be essentially prepared for our next journey, upper school. Thank you.
Good job, Jack. Thank you, Jack, and thank you, Ryan. I have to start with the fact that you all look dazzling right now. Young adults ready for anything. Good afternoon, students, faculty, colleagues, and families. Welcome to our 8th grade promotion ceremony honoring the class of 2026. It is wonderful and heartwarming to gather together like this again as a community. Before addressing students directly, I'd like to share my appreciation for the many people who make our school days happen. Much gratitude goes out to the following teams: administrative, communications, technology, operations, and maintenance. I love that Jack, in his welcome remarks, mentioned Alex, who's a member of dining services staff. Alex and the other members of that group are just as important to the school functioning smoothly as anyone is. To families, thank you for trusting us with your children and for your partnership and support. To Mrs. White and Mrs. Minichino, spending the amount of time you spend with me deserves great sympathy. Every day is an adventure, and I hope you already know how I feel about sharing it with both of you. It is impossible for me to put into words how much I admire the effort, creativity, and dedication middle school teachers invest into their work. They genuinely care about our students and provide guidance, coaching, and much else along with academic instruction. Please join me in expressing our thanks to all of those community members. To our students, the reason we are here today. I'm thrilled to share this milestone moment with all of you and to have the opportunity to share some parting thoughts as your middle school tenure comes to a close and the next chapter of your educational journey begins. Your 3 years of middle school, both within this community as well as nationally and globally, have literally been amongst the most unique, difficult, tumultuous, and emotional times the world has ever experienced. However, in other ways, these 3 years have also been inspiring. You have navigated these years, reinvented yourselves in order to figure things out, learned extremely valuable lessons in resilience, and, you may not realize this yet, become better people as a result of the struggle because you understand what it means to repeatedly get back on your feet after being knocked down. For those of us way above your age bracket, we largely agree that our struggles have defined who we are as much as, if not more, than our victories have. In time, you will realize this as well. This leads to the question, now what do we do? My answer to you is to move forward with an open mind, be yourself, but willing to change, explore, and eventually find a passion and have a positive impact on others. Ultimately, you will change the world. That sounds like a huge task and a lot of pressure, but hear me out. There are many ways to change the world, and it does not have to be in one monumental way. Could someone in the class of 2026 make a breakthrough discovery or invention that helps our world become a better place for everyone, possibly in the areas of education, healthcare, technology, social justice, equality, and other forces that impact humanity at its core? Absolutely, that is possible, without a doubt. But there are also everyday ways you can change the world, and you have actually started your own age-appropriate versions of doing so. Many of you say hi and smile every time you see each other or teachers. Every single time. That shares happiness, positivity, and goodwill. These moments might turn someone's day around. I have numerous examples of things like the next item I'm going to mention, but because it was recently saw an 8th grade baseball player hustle over to comfort and encourage a 6th grade teammate who struck out in a very important moment. You have designed and led community service projects on campus and some that have extended off campus. Then there is a chance that you become the next Derek Koyungo. Derek Koyungo was a regular guy and everyman until one idea changed his life and many others. Derek Koyungo was born in Uganda. As violence spread through the country and civil war erupted, Derek and his family became refugees in Kenya. He later immigrated to America. Today, he is a successful entrepreneur and human rights innovator. It's how this happened where the lesson exists. On his first day in America, Derek was preparing to take a shower in his hotel when he discovered the many different kinds of soap in his room: hand soap, face soap, body soap, shampoo, conditioner. He had never seen so much soap for one person. The next day, he wondered what happened to the partially used soap that disappeared from his room and went to the front desk asking to have it back. He was told that it had been thrown away and replaced. Inspired by his experiences as a refugee in Kenya and knowing that in-crisis communities are often without any soap at all, Derek and his wife, Sarah, eventually formed the Global Soap Project, a life-changing international aid organization that collected discarded soap from hotels, reprocessed it, and distributed it to vulnerable populations worldwide. The Global Soap Project has expanded and now become Clean the World, a global health leader in water, sanitation, and hygiene sustainability. The lesson is that you never know when, why, or how your opportunity will appear. Please do not spend too much time dwelling on the past or worrying about your future. Live in the moment with your eyes wide open, because if you don't, you might miss something that could change your life and, in Derek's case, many others. In the meantime, treat people with respect and dignity, everyone's small way of changing the world. Thank you, and congratulations for everything you've done for each other and for the middle school community. Congratulations, class of 2026. Three students will now speak about how their middle school experiences and the experiences of their peers have represented our mission statement, which calls on students to lead honorably, think creatively, and contribute meaningfully. To begin, please welcome Miller Ming.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Miller Ming. It is such a pleasure to be here and talking about what it means to lead. Steve Jobs, an American entrepreneur as well as the inventor and co-founder of Apple, defined the concept of leading to be innovation. As we all know, leading can be very difficult and challenging. It doesn't necessarily mean having to be way ahead of others or doing or thinking in the way that others do not. Instead, it can mean a well-organized group of motivators and supporters, just like the Tri-M Music Honor Society. It means global citizenship, those in the Rani community who have been promoting peace to the Russian-Ukrainian conflict, those who have been doing beach cleanups, and those who have been doing all the other actions that make this world a much better place. It means spiritual and mental leadership, those in the class of 2026 who have been positive, optimistic, and kind all the time. Steve Jobs said, "Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower." So, what exactly makes a good leader? A good leader is one who proactively pushes their community academically, mentally, and morally. It is one that goes beyond their school community. Remember, sufferers from military conflicts need help. Sufferers from diseases need help. The Earth's environment, global warming, climate change needs help and needs to be solved. What can we do? Be leaders and make the steps in helping and changing the world. Always remember that everyone can be and is a leader. Leaders are not only the ones that, have military, social, or political power. Instead, every single unique individual is a leader who leads their community in their very own way. For example, people here who are interested in art can lead their own community by creating innovative artworks. Those who are really good at basketball that I know here can lead their teams to win their competitions or simply to improve themselves. Everyone is a leader. And by being a leader, everyone makes a difference. It is an honor to be here and representing my class. We will continue to embody and carry out the value of leading as we move forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Miller. Appreciate it. Great job. Great job. Thank you, Miller. Our next student reflection will be shared by Julia LeRae.
Webster's dictionary defines the word create as a verb meaning to bring into existence. Good evening. My name is Julia LeRae, and I'm happy to be here representing the class of 2026. As humans, we can create in many ways. We create art, we can create memories, we can create community. During our time in middle school, we've been tasked with creating new ways to stay connected through a global pandemic. COVID changed our lives. We had to social distance and quarantine if we were exposed. This drove us to be creative with our learning. Teachers used technology in new ways to make learning dynamic when we were virtual. Students created videos and games as part of work for their classroom. We worked to find alternate ways of showing mastery of the topics we were learning. Our experience was extremely unique and memorable, and our creativity helped us get through it together. Over the years, we have created friendships and bonds that we hope will last a lifetime. I am grateful for all the connections I have made, and I'm sure my classmates are too. As we look to the future, there will be more opportunities to create. We will create new friendships and have new athletic, creative, and social outlets. With the skills we had to develop to navigate our middle school experience, it's safe to say we're all ready for anything. Thank you.
Thanks, Julia. Thank you, Julia. And our final student reflection will be shared by Gavin Carlin.
Lead, create, contribute. These are the cornerstones of the Rani education. Hello, my name is Gavin Carlin, and I've been asked to speak today on what it means to contribute. I started Rani School in 2019 in the beginning of 6th grade. Not long after, we found ourselves in the middle of a global pandemic. As interaction with the outside world became limited, contributing to the community looked different. but we found ways to come together through the friendship of sports and arts and helped others rise to be their best, even if it sometimes meant putting ourselves second. We raised funds for various local charities, held coat drives, participated in book drives, donated to holiday drives, and much more. New students such as myself were welcomed without judgment or reservation. And of course, a little bit of humor didn't hurt to help keep our spirits up and our community intact. Now, as we move into upper school, we will have even more opportunities to contribute to others through community service, student leadership, mentoring, and more. We can also contribute to making the world a better place by being mindful of our choices, words, and actions. Congratulations to my fellow classmates. The last 3 years haven't been the easiest, but I am proud of us and grateful to call you all my friends. Thank you.
Thank you, Miller, Julia, and Gavin, for those thoughts on behalf of your classmates. Dr. Griffith will now share his congratulatory message.
Thank you so much. It was great to hear those student reflections. How amazing were they? Again, I want to extend one more round of applause for them. I want to extend my congratulations as well to this ceremony for the 8th grade moving up in the class of 2026. As Mr. Ketchum said, we're delighted to be here and welcome you in this space to be back in Panther Hall. And what a beautiful evening it's been for the ceremony, and what a great day for the ending of school today. 2 weeks ago, we had a wonderful commencement ceremony at Monmouth University for the class of 2022. 101 students, the largest in Ranny's history. But this class, too, will keep growing. We're excited that this 8th grade class will be met by a large number of new friends at the start of the 2022-2023 school year to become a class of over 90 students in a division of 360 students. Upper school will be an exciting time for a lot of other reasons. We fully relaunched our Maymester program this year with trips to Yosemite, Alaska, and the Outer Banks, and we are certainly hoping and expecting that next year we'll have the return of international travel for our Maymesters, as well as other opportunities on campus. You will have terrific new teachers and more elective choices, lots of strong athletic options, great performing arts opportunities, STEAM and global studies, and much, much more. Undoubtedly, this has been, as you've already heard tonight, a challenging journey for all of our students, and especially for this 8th grade class. It's probably been a cliche, it's become a cliche to say that at a tender age they have learned resiliency, adaptability, flexibility, character traits, though, that Ranny and all good schools try to teach, but which were forced on them and on us by the pandemic. While Mr. Ketchum and the middle school faculty did a terrific job in trying to make the best of difficult circumstances and give a semblance of normality to these times, there is no doubt that for those marking changes and transitions from middle to high school to college, and beyond, have faced an anxious time. Despite all of the challenges of this year, though, this class, the teachers, and the entire middle school have shown a lot of grit and determination. Gradually, over the course of the year, our protocols have changed. We've returned to a lot of the traditional things we do, including assemblies here in Panther Hall. And we're fortunate to be back here tonight to celebrate the class of 2026. Of course, for our 8th grade, this rising ceremony is not an endpoint at all, but only a stage of the real journey that will culminate for most of them in graduation and life as alumni of Ranny School. Many of them will join the students who have graduated from Ranny to exceptional colleges here in the States and around the world. The class of 2022, as I mentioned, our most recent alumni, were admitted to an impressive array of colleges and universities, and we are confident that all of you in 4 short years will also have wonderful choices. Like many classes before them, we're proud of the class of 2026. As athletes, robotic engineers, artists, academics, dancers, singers, actors, service leaders, they have contributed to this community. We're excited that the vast majority of you will be coming to our upper school, though we wish the best to those who will be transitioning to other new adventures. We want to hear back from you. Once a Panther, always a Panther. I know that Dr. Martin and Mrs. Curry and the upper school administration could not be more excited to welcome this class. As you depart from Randy's Middle School, we're confident that you have been well prepared to discover all of the wonderful things that lie ahead. As you continue to grow as people and as students in the upper school in these critical years, we wish you every happiness and every success. We know you'll have adults who will nurture your curiosity and help your confidence to grow. That's the great project for this class for the next 4 years and beyond. Wherever you land in just a few months' time, in Randy's Upper School or elsewhere, you will need to develop those skills and more, and make contributions, as you heard, in a variety of areas. That's the life beyond Randy Middle School as you're promoted to upper school, and indeed, that's the project for the rest of your lives. Congratulations to the class of 2026 on this milestone they're reaching this evening.
Thank you, Dr. Griffith. We will now recognize a number of 8th grade students who were selected by our middle school faculty and administration to receive several annual 8th grade awards. Award recipients will come to the stage, receive their award, and have a photo taken. I ask Dr. Griffith and Ms. Curry for their assistance as we present awards. The Citizenship Award. Each year, we recognize students from our 8th grade class who have distinguished themselves by displaying outstanding citizenship during their time in middle school. These students are recognized not only for their respect and courtesy toward others, but also for their commitment to our honor code. The exemplary behavior and personal integrity these students demonstrate each day as they interact with peers and faculty has a profoundly positive impact on our middle school culture. This year's Citizenship Award recipients are, and there are 4, William Malik, Olivia Pirro, Daniel Jung, Daniel Zimmerman. The Leadership Award is given to members of the 8th grade class whose efforts to set an example for others have truly made a difference in the lives of their peers and the relationships within the collective group. In either a formal or informal capacity, through the strength of their character, these students have served as role models for the entire middle school student body and enhanced our school environment. This year's Leadership Award recipients are, and again there are 4, Sahil Gala, Alana Kasner, Sammy Landers, and Savannah Stemmerman. The Perseverance Award is given to students in the 8th grade class who have met life's challenges and experiences with a positive attitude and spirit, thereby serving as an inspiration to the Randy community. Through dedication and persistence, they have achieved noteworthy progress and personal growth, reminding us that navigating the journey is as important as arriving at the destination. This year's Perseverance Award recipients are Sasha Schinder and Jack Jeremetta. Trustees Award for Academic Excellence. Each year, we honor 8th grade students whose academic excellence has distinguished them as scholars of the highest order. These students have consistently demonstrated the daily habits, work ethic, engagement, and application of knowledge, reflecting their commitment to learning across all disciplines. Their desire to master the content of skills of their courses is indeed remarkable. This year's Trustees Award for Excellence recipients are Mia Grossman and Riley Moyney. The Tushar Bhatnagar Award. Tushar Bhatnagar was a student in our middle school many years ago. He was a scholar who placed a high value on academics and an athlete who made significant contributions on the playing fields. He was honest, honorable, and a truly fine young man. Sadly, Tushar's time with us was short. It was a loss that cut deeply. While success in academics makes a student a leader in the classroom, skill and sportsmanship in athletics completes the development of the well-rounded person. The combination of intelligence and integrity is powerful. Tushar gave his all to both, making him a champion in every sense of the word. Each year, we look to honor him by awarding the prize named in his memory to 8th graders who have also demonstrated this dual commitment. This year's Tushar Bhatnagar Award recipients are Yasmin Khan and Alex Lennon. The Ann Capel Citizenship and Service Award is given in memory of former faculty member Ann Capel, who taught math at Ranney School for 12 years and who was named National Teacher of the Year in 1989. The award is given to members of the 8th grade class who have best demonstrated generosity of spirit and thoughtfulness to all, thus exemplifying those qualities most associated with Miss Capel. This student's devotion to the school and demonstrated caring and concern for fellow students has been instrumental in the building of community at Ranney and has contributed to the evolving tradition of a Ranney school education. This year's Ann Capel Award recipients are Gwen Canzanier and Jonathan Stubbs. Our Upper School Student Council President-elect, John DePalma, will now address the 8th grade class. Special thank you to John because he's pulling double duty today. He's actually monitoring the live stream and will do this for us as well. So thank you, John, in particular.
Good evening. My name is John DePalma, and I am the new Student Council President. So I'm going to start off by saying a congratulations to our 8th grade class here. Y'all did it. You survived middle school. And not only did you survive middle school, you survived it amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. And that is truly an achievement. But I'm also here today to talk about how excited I am to have all of you in high school next year. A world of opportunity is now open to you. And due to that, I ask that you try to keep an open mind when it comes to the activities and sports you pursue. There are so many options, so please, please do not get discouraged from things that you won't normally participate in. Take it from me. I tried student government freshman year, and I fell in love with it. Things like balloon brigade, esports, environmental club, track and field, all things I didn't really do before, but when I did them in high school, I fell in love with them. They help shape you into the person you are today and help you find things that you may want to do for the rest of your life. And now I'm going to end this brief speech, by saying how truly excited I am for you all to be here. I hear that you have one of the greatest energies of classes in this school. And I hope that you carry that energy and that enthusiasm into high school and beyond, and all other things that you pursue. So congratulations again, and welcome to the Randy Upper School.
Thank you, John. I appreciate it. Thank you, John. Class of 2026, it is now time to present each of you with a certificate of promotion to the upper school. Dr. Griffith, I have confirmed with the middle school faculty, as well as Ranny School's leadership team, and can confirm that the students gathered here today have satisfied all of the requirements for successful completion of our middle school curriculum. I invite Mrs. Minikino to the podium, and again ask Dr. Griffith and Ms. Curry for their assistance as we present each student with a certificate of promotion to the upper school.
You ready? Okay. Zara Ahmad. Ava Ansel. Christopher Barreo. Catherine Bradley in absentia. Jonah Brewstein. Gwendolyn Canzanier. Nadia Chatter. Jack Fallon. Sahil Gala. Justin Gorchian. He's eager to get out of here. Mia Grossman. William Higgs in absentia. Ryan Hunter. Jameson Jarofsky. Gavin Carlin. Brendan Kasner. Ilana Kasner. Miles Ketchum. Yasmin Khan. Samson Landers. Alexander Lennon. Julia LeRae. Nicholas Magnone. William Malik. Serena Marchese. Miller Ming. Joshua Moyney. Riley Moyney. Jake Nagy. Sean Nair. Dylan Pagonis. Daniel Pardini. Olivia Piero. Jason Sajkowski. Harbani Sangari. Katie Scott. Michael Sinello. Sasha Schinder. Hannah Shu. Savannah Stemmerman. Jonathan Stubbs. Alexander Chermetta. Jack Chermetta. Eli Tolchin. Zuri Trika. Mark V. Hoppen. Jinyu Wang. Are you ready, Thomas? Sorry. Thomas Tropiano. Holly Yee. Daniel Jung. and Daniel Zimmerman. Yeah, got him. Whoopsie. I'm not going to have this job next year. Adam Urs.
You good, Adam? We'll wait. Don't run. You waited for us, so we'll wait for you. In a moment, I will ask all students to stand, turn to face the audience, and receive collective applause. Students, please return the love and applause to your families for their limitless care and support. Families, faculty, and administration, I present to you the class of 2026. All right, students, there you go. Have a seat, please. We've got a couple pieces left. Today's program shows that Dr. Martin would now welcome students to the upper school. Earlier in the week, Dr. Martin had to travel to Ohio to tend to a family emergency, a situation that has thankfully improved, but still requires his involvement. Therefore, we're happy to have Ms. Marie Curry, the upper school Dean of Academics, to do the honor. Ms. Curry.
Thank you, Mr. Ketchum. I'm sure that in your classes you've heard of great explorers of the past. People like the Chinese Admiral Zheng He, who sailed his great fleet to the coast of Africa in the 15th century. Or the 17th century English navigator Henry Hudson, who docked his tiny ship, Half Moon, on the shore of the very town where I live in Hudson County. Or in more modern times, astronaut Neil Armstrong, who piloted the lunar module of the Apollo 11 mission onto the Sea of Tranquility on July 20th, 1969, and became the first human being to set foot on the moon. What made explorers like these successful? I would suggest that they had three important things going for them: curiosity, courage, and community. Take Neil Armstrong. I'm sure he was very curious to find out whether the moon was actually made of cheese. As for courage, how much courage it must have taken for Armstrong to encase himself in a relatively small tin can and be flung across 250,000 miles of empty space with no certainty that he would make it back to Earth alive. But Armstrong didn't accomplish this alone. Not only did he have two crewmates sharing the danger with him, Armstrong himself gave credit to the 400,000 people who worked in the NASA community, without whom the Apollo program to land humans on the moon would never have been successful. Of course, I'm not suggesting that you'll grow up to be quite as famous an explorer as Neil Armstrong, but I am encouraging you to realize that you too are explorers, navigating your way through a pretty complicated world. And the next 4 years are a crucial time for utilizing your curiosity, courage, and community to find your place in that world. Be curious. You will have so many options. Don't just stick with what you know. Take a class in graphic design or one in Gothic literature. taught by Dr. Griffith, or macroeconomics. Try a new sport or activity, maybe fencing or Model UN or the chemistry club. Be courageous. Realize that when you try something new, there's always a chance that you won't get it right the first time, or even the 100th time. Yes, it's so much easier to stay in your comfort zone. I've often heard students say, "There's no way I would join the speech and debate club because I'm afraid of speaking in front of other people." If Neil Armstrong had stayed in his comfort zone, just eating nachos in front of the TV watching football games, he would not have been prepared for the defining moment of his entire life. Indeed, he would have missed out on the great achievement altogether. And although it's not easy to be courageous, having a community behind you can make it possible. You should already know that, since you've experienced the unwavering support of your teachers and coaches, and of course your parents, throughout middle school. Certainly for those of you joining us in the upper school next year, you'll continue to benefit from an amazingly caring community of people who will cheer you on to victory or catch you when you fall and encourage you to try again. So, whether you're moving on to new places or moving on up to the upper school, be curious, be courageous, and rely on the community standing with you, who are so proud of what you have already accomplished and who will prove to be great companions on the exciting journey of exploration that awaits you. On behalf of Dr. Martin and the entire upper school class of 2026, I congratulate you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Curry. Our closing remarks will be offered by Ava Ansel.
Good evening, Dr. Griffith, Mr. Ketchum, Mrs. Minikino, faculty, staff, fellow classmates, and families. As we prepare to close tonight's ceremony, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us. This evening marked a momentous occasion for my classmates and me. We've crossed the bridge in our journey from middle school to upper school. Tonight is the ending of one chapter in our lives and the beginning of a new one. Next fall, we will have new opportunities to lead our fellow classmates, create new friendships and relationships, and contribute to our upper school community. There will be challenges, but we've built our resilience during our middle school years and can face the future with strength and determination. Abraham Lincoln once said, "The best way to predict your future is to create it." As we open the door to our next phase in life, these are the words we can live by. Congratulations to my fellow classmates, and thank you.
Thank you, Ava. Before we begin our recessional, please remember a few things that students and families will take with them when leaving. In the Panther Hall Gallery, there are 2 gifts from our RSPA. One has your name on it, the bag, and the other does not need names on them, so you can take any. There is also a yard sign on the lawn when you exit the building in this direction. You will obviously be excited to connect with your families and each other, but please remember to take those before leaving campus. Thank you again to everyone in attendance. Congratulations, and it has been an honor for me to spend the class of 2026's middle school years with them. We will genuinely miss you. As we conclude 3 years together, this thought may seem outrageous at the moment, but please know that you are welcome to visit us any time. You know where to find us. Students, with your promotion certificate in hand, please stand and face the audience again. Daniel, when you hear the music, you have the pleasure of leading the class out. One more time, I present to you the class of 2026.